Good afternoon, my friends, or good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Love you as always, as usual. And today, I want to tell you a story of what happened when I was young, when something that I never liked when I was doing my primary school. When we were in primary school, we were not allowed to put on shoes. And I don't understand why we were not allowed to put on shoes because we were going to school barefooted. It was not happening because we didn't have shoes to put on, but the headmaster and the rule, I mean, the school administration never wanted us to put on shoes. Maybe because they knew the villagers and the parents in the village could not afford shoe for their children. But as for me, I had a shoe. I had a rubber shoe. I had slippers because I was a teacher's daughter. My father was a teacher, not in that school exactly, but another school. He was a principal in another nearby school. But I was going to school barefooted. Imagine. That was painful, really painful for me. And at the same time, when this was happening like this, and we were going to the latrines, we were using the latrines barefooted. You just know how latrines in the primary schools are messed up with, and you just go and mess it up the way you want to. And then now we were going there without shoes. That was so painful for me. I never liked it anyway. And during those days, there were no water in the schools. We were going to fetch water very far away from the river to come and wash the latrines. We were the ones washing the latrines, not like these days that the schools are having the cleaners who are cleaning the toilets for the pupils in school. We were doing it alone during those days. So I don't understand that thing up to date. And again, another thing, back at home now, there were no running waters. I mean, we didn't have taps at home. During those days, villages were not having electricity, we were not having taps, we were not having water. So we had to go to very far places, very far rivers to fetch water. And imagine you were to go so many trips so that you can fill the containers that are there, that can be the water that can be used by the whole family. And especially when you were a girl, you had to do that. You had to do that because those were the duties of girls. Even the boys were having some heavy duties like looking after cattle. During the time when you were off back from school, there's so many duties that boys were also doing as well that were heavy. But as for us, imagine you come back, you help your mom in cooking in the kitchen, but we were using firewood and we really knew how to do it. Help your mom to cook, help to fetch water, and again going to the portion mill now. The portion mills were very far away, far distance. You could really walk carrying the maize on top of your head up to the portion mill. You could stay there for the whole day waiting for your maize to be grinded so that you can come back with flour. You are being waited for at the home. You are being waited for so that they can cook ugali. Being that ugali is the best that we eat in our place, in our village. That is the best, the staple food, Cynthia. That is the staple food in our village that we like most. So those are the heavy duties that we did, but it made us strong. We were so strong. That is why we are still strong. Up to date with my cousins, we really passed through hell during those days. As compared to our kids who are in town these days, oh my God, they can't even carry water. Jerrycan of water is a hell. Just from some few distance. Hawezi, anaona ni ngumu sana. So they cannot even walk. And these days it is even worse because the motorbikes are everywhere. You walk outside your door, you jump into a motorbike and you are taken to where you want to go. But as for us, we really walked. long distances. And if you didn't have a shoe, you were just going barefooted like that. We were stepping on thorns, we were stepping on stones that were cutting our legs and foot and everywhere. You have that kidonda and you are moving it on with it to school na unachapwa. Anyway, aina neno, that was that. So anything you are doing, wherever you are, any difficulty that you are passing through, you must know that it will reach a time that it will be over. It is not always permanent. That is what I want to share with you today. I hope I've not bored you with my story. I don't know what happened to you when you were young in primary, what you went through that you didn't like. But I know you have a story because each and every one of us has a story. If you don't have a story, then you are a mad person. I think so. If you don't have a story, then you are not thinking well. Each and everyone, even if you were brought up in a very, very special place, you have a story to tell about that special place and the things that happened. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Subscribe to my channel. Welcome back again. See you in my next video. Bye.